Hey everyone, welcome to Crimson Gaming Insider, or CGI. We're a brand new YouTube channel dedicated to gaming. I'm PK Quantum, and I'm joined by Paradox.
Hey, what's up?
Alright, so today we'll be discussing the Battlefield 3 beta that just recently ended on October the 10th. These are some of our opinions of the PC version of the game.
The first thing we'll be talking about is the fact that you die too fast. Before we start, however, I would like to point out that it is beta and subject to change. Now, in my opinion, you die way too fast. A few shots to the body will kill you. What's your opinion?
Yeah man, I think they're leaning a lot towards Call of Duty and playing into the general public and what they're used to in gaming. And yeah, I mean, Battlefield is a game that focuses on huge environments, and when you spawn and you're dead in the next 5 seconds, that doesn't really match with the gameplay.
Yeah, I reckon it counteracts their idea on team play because if you see someone die so fast in the open, you're not going to want to be a medic and quickly run out and res them because you'll just die so fast yourself. So it's not very team supportive.
Exactly, it defeats the purpose of a team game.
Yeah,
And I think one of the factors as well is that snipers are just way overpowered.
yeah, definitely. There's a few overpowered guns I found. Like example is the UMP, which seems to be the more noob weapons.
Alright, so moving on, the one thing I really liked about Battlefield 3 is the huge range of customization. I mean, you got a massive selection of weapons, secondary weapons, and then your specializations, and the 4 different classes really sort of even out the gameplay and make class gameplay really good, and it works really well.
Yeah,
And
the extra item that you use, like defibrillators and things like that,
yeah, the
really gives
RPG.
it gives a real nice flavor to each class. And
Yeah,
even the dog
exactly.
tags, it's like a way to represent yourself and show your accomplishments.
Yeah, and even the battle log feature, which is accessed in the browser on the PC version,
Yeah.
I just really enjoy going through all the stats and just browsing all the different weapon unlocks, and I think it's a really nice addition. I mean, some people might argue, that the new server browser is a bit iffy, but I actually think it's very convenient because you can access all your stats, all the leaderboards while browsing for servers at the same time.
Yeah, but it comes with its flaws because it depends on your browser. Because some are faster than others, so could cause problems.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm guessing DICE or EA are going to have to recommend a few browsers.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe Chrome.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
on Chrome.
Another thing that I liked with the customization is the vast range of the global weapons. Because you get your weapons for the specific classes, but then as you level up your overall level, you also get another range of weapons. And
Yes, especially the range of pistols. There's so many different pistols you can choose from, and some of them have attachments right off the shelf.
yeah, you got your main primary weapons that you can change the attachments yourself, but you
Yeah,
have to, with the pistols, you have to level up and unlock the actual attachment for it rather than
yeah, yeah.
shooting with it to get the attachment, which is both good and bad, really.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to get people to use your secondary as a secondary.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, as opposed to games like Call of Duty, again, going back to COD, where you could equip like a shotgun as your secondary, which was completely unfair in my opinion, and that's something I'm glad that's not in Battlefield 3.
Yeah, that's true. Also, that with the unlocks for the weapons, you have to use the weapons to unlock it, which is sort of a lot like COD as well. But it means that you want to use it, and if you get a brand new weapon, you're not the full on unlocked with it. You have to use it, and makes it sort of progression, further fun.
Yeah, that's just with DICE leaning, I guess, more to the public once again, like what we mentioned earlier.
Alright, now some of the most fun I had was with the release of Caspian Border. This was due to the extremely fun vehicles. I personally played not only BC2 but BF2 and 1942 as well. In comparison between these games, I found that it really satisfied my expectations of how BF3 should play out.
Yeah, I mean, when the beta started, we were only restricted to the Operation Metro map, and that
Yeah,
was a bit disappointing because it was
definitely.
really just a infantry mission or infantry map, and it really didn't stick to the core gameplay that was Battlefield. That was massive maps with a huge array of different vehicles and different ways you can get to your objective.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
yeah, with the release of Caspian Border, that was amazing because really just it just went back to Battlefield roots.
Yeah, I found that the vehicles were actually really fun to play around with, even when you're not playing properly. It can be heaps of fun. Like with the buggy, I could like go off jumps and things, and it made it really like fun as a game should be, rather than trying to be perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Even I really enjoyed the sort of co-op aspect in vehicles. I mean, you
Yes.
could partner up with your friend in a helicopter, one of them's flying, you could be gunning, and just it's a lot of fun when you're in a vehicle with your friend and you're blasting through enemies.
Yeah, I found the jet gameplay really fun. Like you have the limits of the border of the map on infantry, but then in a jet or helicopter you could go outside that boundary in the sky, and it gave a sense of freedom and open world, and like you can
Yeah.
fly over like the background images and things. It was really good.
Yeah. I mean, but the one complaint I do have about the vehicles would have to be about the jet, not about the jet gameplay, but simply because everyone's sort of just camping for the jets and it's no one's going for the objective. They just want to fly around.
Yeah, that's true. And the fact that you can spawn into a jet makes it unfair for people that are actually waiting around and spending time waiting for the jet to only get it taken away instantly.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
problem I had with air vehicles was that you die really fast. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't really get enough time to fully explore and enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Helicopter seemed to be, I don't know, like unfair in a way, because you're flying around and you just get shot by jets so easy, and it's really hard to fight back in the helicopter against jets. They fly by too fast, and you're just hovering there, sitting duck.
Yeah, and I know even like with jets and their heat seekers, that makes it unfair as
Yeah,
well. I mean, you have to unlock the heat seekers by getting kills, obviously. And let's say there's someone who's completely new to jet gameplay, that guy can just get completely annihilated by heat seeker,
yeah, and it
and it
makes it.
makes it really hard to progress. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Alright, so finally we're going to talk about the glitches in Battlefield 3. Now, of course, this was a beta, so it's going to be full of glitches, and
yeah, that's to be
yeah,
expected. The first one I'd like to point out is falling in the ground. Now, it was most common in Operation Metro in bombsite A at the start. You would fall in the ground so often and even get killed from someone in the ground. Made it like a really unfair advantage.
and there are also a lot of like animation glitches. I
Yeah,
know when going prone, there was a glitch where your body would completely stretch, and in some cases it would look like the person's even dead.
yeah, I found that too. And like there was a worldview like problem with weapons where the magazine or attachments would be in the total wrong position, sometimes just float in the air in front of the character. This made it really aesthetically unpleasing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just hoping that I mean the game is less than 2 weeks away,
Yeah,
and I'm just hoping that DICE managed to clean up as many of these glitches as possible because it did hinder us from the experience quite a bit.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's the whole point of a beta, and hopefully on release we won't see any more of these glitches.
Yeah. Now with Caspian Border, there was a few problems, such as getting stuck in trees, in both infantry and vehicle. Like, if you fall off
Yeah,
a
yeah,
cliff into a bush, sometimes you can't move at all. Or even if a tree gets toppled over, you'll be stuck underneath and can't move. And
yeah.
if, like, same with a vehicle, you could get stuck in a tree. Even if you're trying to back up, it'll be like tugging you towards the tree, so you're like trapped. And that was, I found
Yeah,
that a big problem.
yeah, and I'm sure DICE are probably gonna release a patch for it on day one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially since the game is quite a lot based around vehicles, you don't want them getting stuck.
Exactly.
And then I found a funny glitch to do with vehicles where if you fell off a height, even a small one, your vehicle will actually get stuck halfway into the ground. It would just,
Ah, yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
first person, you could just see it rotate and see underneath the map. And if you hop out and look at it, it's just like rotating halfway in the ground. Even with a tank, it looks hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen that glitch before. Alright, so that's just about all we've got on the Battlefield 3 beta. Be sure to leave your opinions in the comments section below, and don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe.